Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are across this great wide world of ours. Um, I'm going to continue on with this defunding of the BIA. Election's over, and I'm going to try next week to reach out to some people. I know some people want to make some policy changes, and like I said, there's two, and everything in the government's alphabet soup or alphabet letters. I call it alphabet soup. FBI, CIA, uh, BLM, and my biggest one, BIA, which is Bureau of Indian Affairs. So, but I call all the groups alphabet soup. Um, you know, when I thought about this, and I thought about it after the election, the people it came across to me. I mean, there are many of the issues, but that I think people were tired, and then I was watching some things on the BBC too. The people were just tired of big government, and the big issue we have is, and I've been preaching this, I've been pontificating this since late last year, in the last 18 months, is that we need to turn the defund the BI Bureau of Indian Affairs, reform it, create an issue where or establishment where the help of the individual tribes actually go to the tribe leaders themselves and to the individual tribes and not necessarily to the federal government. But the issue becomes with me. There's other issues because I've been doing taking some law courses like on water quality. I'm going to take another one on gas and water because sometimes there's gas and water on some of these tribal lands, and sometimes the government finds about them and they take the land away from the Native Americans. So this is a big issue with me. And case in point, we talk about the pipeline, which is in North Dakota, where the Native tribes up there are fighting for their lands up there without the issue of the pipeline going through. So the issue becomes we've had this Bureau of Indian Affairs, and from now on, I'm going to call it BIA, that is supposed to enhance or empower Native tribes, and it's actually not working. And the point is, we need to come up with a solution to more or less empower the tribes themselves, defund that. Another one I'm looking at the Bureau of Land Management. This is land that's owned by the federal government, and I think this land either number one should either be sold because there again we're just creating an agency that really has no rationale behind it other than just no rationale. And a case in point, I can say part of the BLM is part of the BIA is we can talk about the Colorado River, the Colorado River Compact. We've allocated all this water in the American Southwest, and we've over allocated the water, and we've got extremely overpopulations of cities like LA, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and there is more need of water than there is availability of water. And one thing, I want to do some research on that, is work on maybe depopulation. I don't think the contention was when American Southwest was formed with, New Mexico, western parts of Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, southern parts of California, Nevada, parts of southern Colorado. The extent that we would see populations in these areas overexceed the amount of the demand for the demand for water overexceeds the allotment of water in those areas. And I really, in my opinion, the critical need, even though we have a high population, is that we grow crops there and we got to feed people. So the need actually becomes to feeding the citizens of the United States, and then going from that and giving them a clean water source. Those are the two priorities. and there's some issues there that we need to address concerning, the issues. So the second one that I think is important is, and it was quite evident, and we got this around Elon Musk coming out, uh, um, talking about overfunded bureaucracy, and two of them. And I'm not. My big issue is the BIA. I'm not worried about the BLM, but the efficiency in both of them are very subpar. We got bureaucracy or positions in there the BIA, we've got 12 divisions. We don't need 12 divisions. The headquarters is in Washington, D.C. We can actually cut that down into 4 regions. The East, predominantly a lot of the tribes are west of the Mississippi. So technically, you could really create um, one in the East, one in the American Southwest, one in the Northwest, and then somewhere like around Texas area, around there, which would take in New Mexico, parts of Texas, Oklahoma, for instance, and that area through there. So really, it bogs my mind that we have 12 divisions. And then when you call them up and say, well, you have to get in touch with the tribe because it's their decision. So if we're really technically having these divisions and you call up and say, well, it's up to the tribe, which in essence it really is, because the tribal leaders know what they need, not the regional offices. And given that power over to the tribes themselves, where it creates more self-autonomy, some more self-awareness. Because really, the BIA was founded under John C. Calhoun and Andrew Jackson. So really, the autonomy should be given to the people, the indigenous people, and give them the right to live their own life, not necessarily. And then the third thing, like I said, I found out when I was listening to the podcast with Joe Rogan, and Vice President-elect was on there, and it was talking about how the pharmaceuticals have paid pennies on the dollars for their pharmaceutical patents, and giving them to Native tribes because Native tribes are immune from prosecution. So in other words, that lawyer should have got. I'm a big component. If that somebody came up with that, is genius idea. He needs to get paid real well, but ethically, it's not really a good way to do it, because really, if something goes south on one of those pharmaceuticals, they get sued, and they reach out to the pharmaceutical. Well, we don't have it. We sold it to, say, for instance, the Mohawk tribe. And then they reach out to the Mohawk tribe and said, I'm sorry, we can't do anything. We're immune from prosecution. So in essence, this is another stupid move by the BIA. And somebody from there messed that up real bad, because they had to be aware of it. There again, it's just befuddles my mind that somebody did that. So, I mean, it's just, I'm a big component that this institution has outlived its purpose, its usage, and it needs to be gone and removed. A new form of regional offices should be created, and just get rid of the whole name BIA and just say indigenous people of the Southwest, indigenous people of the Northwest, indigenous people of East region or something. So, and let the tribes come up with a name. Not the government, but let the tribes that are in that area, they'll have a better clue on that. And finally, the big issue for me is the duplicity. In other words, we're doing work on the regional offices as well as the headquarters, and we don't need that. It creates more of an issue and more of a problem. So, for these reasons, the three big issues for me, and it's like this is always ongoing with me about the three issues about, and it, like I said, it's defunding the BIA's turning the lands over to the tribes themselves, creates less of a bureaucracy and more need to preservation for the tribes themselves, and gives the authority and autonomy with the individual tribes themselves. And finally, it removes duplicity within the federal government. So anyway, folks, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at bthomasmillerpsych. It's bthomasmillerpsych@gmail.com. Anyway, I'll try to get out a video next week and hope to talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.